Marcus Aurelius ruled the largest empire on earth. Legions moved at his command. Nations bent under his decisions. And history itself shifted when he raised his hand. Yet unlike the emperors who came before him, and the ones who would follow, Marcus chose a different path. He chose the way, while others chased pleasure, power, and praise. Marcus aimed to live virtuously every single day. He followed the discipline of Stoicism, a philosophy that teaches the student to master himself before he ever attempts to master the world. The Stoics believed that true flourishing comes from a calm mind, not the calm of laziness, but the calm earned through discipline. They taught that happiness is not excitement, not comfort, not victory, but inner peace. And Marcus Aurelius, carrying the weight of an empire, understood this better than anyone. Imagine the pressure, wars at the borders, politics in the kingdom, betrayal in the palace, and the endless demands of leadership. Yet in the middle of all this noise, Marcus returned to silence. He returned to the inner dojo, the place where a man confronts himself without distraction. Today, you step into that same dojo. These are 3 teachings of Marcus Aurelius, lessons forged in the fire of responsibility, sharpened by solitude, and preserved for the student of the way. Listen to each one. Let them strike the mind like a hammer shaping iron. Watch until the end to feel the full weight of today's discipline. Marcus Aurelius begins with a lesson that sounds simple, almost too simple for an emperor. Do less. But in the dojo of the way, simplicity is often the doorway to mastery. Marcus wasn't telling his students to become passive or lazy. The Stoics valued productivity. They saw drive, discipline, and purposeful action as virtues. But they also understood moderation. They understood that a man can be busy every hour of the day and still accomplish nothing essential. Marcus observed that most people fill their lives with actions that do not matter, tasks that drain energy, conversations that lead nowhere, distractions that scatter the mind. In our age of endless entertainment, this trap is even deeper. A student of the way can lose entire days to noise without realizing it. Doing less does not mean doing little. It means doing only what matters. It means cutting away the nonsense so the essential can be done with precision. It means speaking less, because most conversations are just smoke, drifting without purpose. When the student talks less, he thinks more. When he thinks more, he acts with clarity. Marcus taught that when we eliminate the unnecessary, we gain 2 things: time and tranquility. And with time and tranquility, we can do less, better. He wrote, "If you can eliminate it, you'll have more time and more tranquility. Ask yourself at every moment, is this necessary? This is the discipline of the inner dojo, not just eliminating unnecessary actions, but eliminating the assumptions that create them. When the mind is clean, the day becomes simple. A powerful habit for the student of the way is to design tomorrow before sleep. Write the essential tasks the night before. Premeditate the day. This removes one more burden from the mind when dawn arrives. The student wakes with direction, not confusion. And direction is calming. Doing less is not weakness. It is mastery. It is the art of focusing the blade. Lesson 2. Short escapes. Aurelius taught that running away from life never brings peace. The Stoics were not impressed by recreational travel, not because mountains or beaches are bad, but because you take yourself wherever you go. A man can cross oceans, climb peaks, or sit beside quiet shores. Yet the moment the novelty fades, he meets the same mind he tried to escape. Marcus called this foolishness. Why travel thousands of miles when the true refuge is inside you? He wrote that nowhere is more peaceful, more free of interruption than your own soul. This is the heart of the way. The student learns to retreat inward, not outward. In Yosho's universe, this is the short escape, a brief return to the inner dojo. Not a vacation, not a getaway, a moment of reflection, contemplation, and renewal. A silent pause that sharpens the blade before the next strike. Marcus wasn't against changing scenery. He understood that a quiet forest or a still room can help the mind settle, but he warned that these escapes must be basic and brief. The student of the way does not hide from life. He resets, then returns stronger. Marcus gave 2 meditations for these inner retreats. 1. Things have no hold on the soul. They stand outside it. Disturbance comes only from within, from our own perceptions. This is the discipline of perception. The world cannot touch you unless you grant it permission. The student learns to guard the gate. 2. Everything you see will soon alter and cease to exist. Think of how many changes you've already seen. The world is nothing but change. Our life is only perception. This is the discipline of impermanence. Nothing lasts, nothing stays. The student becomes calm by accepting the flow of change instead of resisting it. Short escapes are not retreats from life. They are recalibrations. Moments where the student steps inward, clears the mind, and returns to the path with renewed clarity. This is how the way remains steady, even when the world shifts around you. The final lesson. All things pass. Marcus Aurelius ends with a truth that every student of the way must face. All things pass. The Stoics never hid from this reality. They embraced it. Memento mori. Remember that you will die. Was not meant to frighten the student, but to free him. Marcus taught that the universe is always changing. Everything you hold, everything you love, everything you fear, all of it is temporary. One moment you're immersed in something, and the next moment, life has already shifted. Trends rise and vanish. Fortunes appear and disappear. Even human life, when compared to the age of the cosmos, is just a brief spark in an endless night. This truth can create anxiety for the untrained mind. Nothing is stable. Everything you own will eventually be separated from you. Everyone you love will eventually leave or be left. But Marcus shows the student of the way a different perspective. If everything is temporary, then there is no point in clinging to the good times or fearing the bad ones. Happiness is relative. Even prisoners have good days and bad days. Even millionaires feel joy and suffering. The outer world is unstable, but the inner world can be trained. Your perception is in flux, but your response can be disciplined. You cannot control destiny, but you can control how you meet it. Marcus wrote that the infinity of past and future stretches before us, like a vast chasm, a depth we cannot see. So why should a student of the way feel self-importance, distress, or indignation, as if the things that irritate us were permanent? They are not. Nothing lasts. Nothing stays. And that is why the way remains calm. The student who remembers impermanence becomes unshakable. He does not cling. He does not resist. He simply walks forward with discipline, knowing that every moment, good or bad, is just another wave passing through the river of time. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to Master Yosho for more wisdom. student of the way, and also comment your favorite part of today's teachings from Marcus Aurelius.